Hello, friends. Motivational strategies and changing trends. Under this podcast series, this is next episode. I am going to try storytelling. Okay, start. I am going to tell a story about how I get my first driving license. When I was child, we did not have a four-wheeler. Mostly I was given a bike and I was going to school, college, or everywhere using my bike. I did my schooling college from my native place. The point is, I did not take a driving license, either two-wheeler or four-wheeler. After college, I went into the professional life. I went into the IT. I was told I should have a driving license. I joined a driving school and I was taking my training. It was like this. We have to take a training for a couple of months and then take a driving test and then they will issue a driving license. My lessons were more than 1 month and something happened to the driving school. It was closed and nothing else was happening after that. And I didn't get chance to list into another driving school. Bottom line, I did not have the driving license. Now things moved further and I got my first assignment. It was for a prestigious client, General Electric. I was posted in Louisville, Kentucky. Now, when you are there, you need to have driving license. Now, there were two ways. If you have already a driving license from your native country, then they would issue a driving license straight away. Else, you have to go through, first take a training license for 6 months at least, practice, and then take a computer-based theory test, and then actual driving test. Then you will be issued a permanent license. Okay. So since I didn't have any license with me, I took and applied for the training license. I wanted to join some driving school, but the people around me advised that since you already know driving, you can drive, you practice on the car and you can pass the test. There is no reason to take or join another driving school. Okay. So I was sharing a car with my friend. I remember it was Honda Civic. It was like 12 years old car, but it used to drive a good. Now, if you have a training license, that means the insurance will be always high. Apart from that, if you have training license, that means somebody with a permanent license has to sit with you. Then only you should drive. In short, it was always dependent. Even you have a driving license, you cannot go anywhere as like. I did a lot of good practice and I was very comfortable with driving. After 6 months, I took the computer-based test. I prepared all the theory. It was a book given by the DMV. I took entire theory. I passed the CBT in first attempt. Now only thing is to give the driving test. The DMV was pretty far, like DMV with license giving the test, that DMV was pretty far. Apart from that, there won't be immediate appointments, won't be there anytime. You have to make an appointment and it may be at least 1 to 2 months. It would be the lead time. After passing CBT, I took the appointment and I wanted to get the permanent license. All right. So I got the appointment and then I practiced. I already cleared the CBT, so it was good. In our neighborhood, there was a parking lot, and in the weekends, it used to be empty. I practiced all parallel parking, reverse parking, and entire all the theory manual. I practiced there. The day came when I had to give the test. Now, since it used to be in the weekdays and pretty far, so we took the permission, and then in the afternoon, we went. Somebody has to sit with me. So my friend was sitting with me. He had a permanent license. We went to give the test. The training center, there was a lane, and then the guy told us, like, okay, I'll park in that lane and then wait. We went there, I parked the car, and we saw the inspector was coming from there. The friend sitting with me, he got up and he went out and closed the door. The inspector came in. He came. He told me to down the window. I did. He took everything, checked everything. He asked, "Are you the one taking the driving test?" I said, "Yes." And he said, "You have a driving training license?" I said, "Yes." "Then how come you are alone in the car?" Uh, for a moment, I was not able to say anything. I said, "Well, my friend was just here. He was sitting with me. He just got out because you are coming in." The guy shook his head. He said, "No, I have to come. I have to tell him to get down. Then only he can get down. Till that point, I should see both of you here. But since I saw him, he was there. I am not give you a ticket this time. But hey, so my first attempt was not even attempt, but it failed. Okay, so that means take another appointment and then come for again. I got an appointment like probably 30, 40 days afterwards, because immediate appointments would never be there. This time I practiced in between. I was pretty confident. The day came. It was after 2 months. It was around that day came, and we went there again. Same place. We went into the training lane and stopped. This time we were very careful. We both were there, belt on, everything. I checked mirror and everything. Everything was perfect. The same guy came. He saw, oh, both of you. Then he checked. Okay, now you get down. I will come in. So the friend got down. He came in, sat next to me, and he told me all the instruction, like start, then all the signals, then wipers, mirrors. Then he checked the brake lights work, and I said, okay, start the test. Then the training facility was in a ground. It was not into the traffic, but they have made the roads with different signs, speed signs, then stop sign, yield sign, so that it can be all the tests can be done there. I did everything. Then I did the now last only two things are left: parallel parking and reverse parking. Parallel parking was always my weak point. It would be very difficult. It was than the reverse parking, but I had practiced and I was pretty confident I'll be able to do it. First, he asked me to reverse park, and it went well. Now we went ahead, and that was the parallel parking set was there. So you have to go there, then make angle, then come back, go front, and then put the car in between parallel park. Everything went well. But while I was positioning the car at the end, it hit that pole. Oh my God. I observed it, it hit. I mean, it did not fall down, but it certainly hit. the guy his smile looked like I couldn't explain. I mean, he said, "You did." Like that's what his smile was meant to me. I mean, nothing else to say because he saw it hit the pole. So I just said it didn't fall. He said, the guy was very used to, I mean, he was a training inspector and he was very used to the college students. And I think he used to make them at least more than once or twice to make sure the kids are serious drivers and they take the driving seriously. So that was pretty normal to me as far as I saw. Okay, well, so me and my friend came back again. That means again. Now it was third time. Again, it was like 45, 50 days, and then we got an appointment. The problem only was, even the car was there, but insurance would be high. And again, it's a dependent, like sometimes you want to go here, then you cannot, like you have to be always with somebody when driving. That was the drawback. But anyway, after 40, 50 days, I got the appointment again. This time I was like, I was praying to God, oh, please, I want to make everything correct. I went. Again, same procedure. Go and stay in the line. And me, my friend, both there. The guy came, same guy. He asked to get down. He again checked the vehicle, brake lights, stop light, left, right light. We checked and then, okay, start. This time he told me to do the parking first. He said, he remembered me. I was kind of used to him. He asked me to do the parking first. And this time, parallel parking, reverse parking, perfect. I felt so good. I think I'm going to make this time. All right. So after parking, we came to to the training road. So first stop, then left, then lot of turns, rounds, yields, everything I did. While coming back was the last stop, and then it will pull into the training lot, and then probably the test will finish. So at the last stop, I came, I approached, I stopped. I looked left, I looked right. I did everything correct. This time, on the left, I saw a vehicle, but it was more than 100 yards away. There were multiple training or testing used to go at the same site. So some other vehicle or some other driver was giving the test, but he was more than 100 yards away. I determined it's safe to go. So even though I stopped, I did the full stop and then I went. The guy was literally frustrated. He asked, "What did you do?" I got surprised because I was pretty sure I stopped. I yielded both sides. Then I went. It was safe to go. I explained him, I stopped and then the guy was more than 100 yards away. He said, no matter how far he is, you saw him and he did not have the stop sign. That lane did not have the stop sign. You had the stop sign. So you must wait till he goes. And you didn't. Oh, it was like I felt like some big water got spilled on the good plate what we are about to, like you are going to have some good lunch and then some big water spilled on it. It felt like that. My friend was waiting and he looked at me about my face. So he understood. Looks like something happened as usual. All right. The guy's smiling. Then he gave me the papers and said, see you next time. My God. My friend was literally pissed off because he has to come with me all the time. And every couple of months, this was happening. Know what to do. So now, again, took the appointment. It was not like something was wrong. I should have prepared. It's like something was here, there all the time. Now this was the fourth time. I didn't even pray. I said, okay, let it whatever now. I'm not even pray that because I was like, so I was so pissed off inside myself. So I don't know. I said, okay, whatever it is, let's go and do it. Again, we went under around appointments usually generally in the afternoon. We went there. Again, same procedure. Same guy came. He was laughing now. While coming only, he was laughing. Then he was, I think he was prepared to, he was more sure about myself this time. We did everything and then, okay, let's start. We did the parking, then went well. Then he said, okay, let's go around. And till final stop, I was like, "Ugh." But this time went well as well. And I pulled into the training lane. I was very proud. The guy smiled. You made it. Is this your first time? I said, yes, this is my first license. Congrats, you made it. He came in and said, oh, go to the another window and take your license. But, okay, so I forgot to tell. The last line he was told, okay, so this is what he said. Congrats, you made it. Is this your first license? I said, yes. Now he said, take this. Your license will be at the next window. But please drive safely for my sake, not yours. My sake, please drive safely. That's what I remember. I mean, he said for his sake, we have to drive safely. So that was such a comfort thing. I felt very good about that guy, even though he felt I was felt with him for 3 times. He told me, please drive safe for his sake. So that was such a wonderful thing. I still remember. And that was the story of my first license. I believe you must have a story. Pretty sure not everybody got the license and like go saw and took it. It might not have happened. They must have a good story. So let me know how is your story and how you like my story. Okay. Thank you. See you next time.